I'm Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Age video blog. Okay, why isn't my house selling, Owen? What's the matter? It's been on the market 30, 60, 90 days. How come you haven't brought me a good offer yet? So this happens, guys. I've talked about this in passing blogs. I've said in other blogs, I sell everything. I sell $4 million detached homes on the west side. I sell one-bedroom and studio condos priced at $600. I sell beautiful luxury condos with incredible views, furnished perfectly, mint condition in grade A stratas, one bedrooms, townhomes that, are the best of the best. When I list those, it's always fantastic. You get high quality photos, get a floor plan, price it right, expose the home, show it, and then hopefully look at offers the following week. Those are fantastic. I love selling those. It's almost like shooting fish in a barrel, provided you present it properly, price it right, and expose the home. Good things usually happen. But I've told you guys, what keeps me on my toes, and one of the things I enjoy most about this business is the challenges, some of the tougher to sell homes. And I get lots of those too. I've told you guys I've got several trustees that I deal with. One of them is my best single client. In a good year, I'll sell 10, 12, 15 homes a year for this one trustee. And they give me everything as well. Beautiful detached homes that are in good order, to completely dilapidated tear-down homes or condos or townhomes that are in disrepair. Very rough inside, not livable. Perhaps someone has passed away inside. So it's all over the road. It's what keeps me on my toes. If they were all, the grade A stuff that, was like shooting fish in a barrel, it wouldn't be very challenging work for me. So I enjoy the challenge of selling these harder to sells. So I'll give you guys an example of one that I've got right now and what's holding it back, because the neighbors in this particular area, they're wondering, well, what's going on? You've had it on the market now for 2.5 months, and I just did a small third reduction on it. So I'll give you the background on it. This is a trustee sale for me. So it is what do we call an as is, where is sale. I'll get to that in a minute. But it is a small detached home in Ladner. Now, it's what we call a non-conforming strata. So there is a strata council, but they only meet once a year at an AGM, and there's a small, very small maintenance fee. It's about $110 a month. So it's a complex of about 180 detached homes, all between 1,150 to 1,350 square feet. They're all ranchers or bungalows, so no stairs. Nice little community. They were built 36 years ago, and it's sitting on about a 35. So my house is a little smaller house. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet on about a 3,500 square foot lot with a single car garage. Listed it in the late part of in the early fall for $888, and I've reduced it multiple times now. I'm down to $799, and I'm starting to get some pretty good action on it at this price. Now, we had an open house. We've had multiple open houses, public opens on it, and I've had tons of showings on this home. Had an open house last weekend that one of my team members was running. I decided, like I do on Saturday or Sunday, I'll pop in on a number of these just to kind of oversee how things are going. So I stomped in on this one. We had just reduced to $799, had a pretty good turnout. But what's been happening with these kind of communities is a lot of times the neighbors love to come through these homes. They're curious, what the house, why hasn't it sold? They live in the complex. Let's have a look at this open, see what's going on with this home. And I met a nice guy. I'd probably say about 20 of the neighbors have been through since I listed this. A lot of them have come through or called me. So nice guy. I showed up and he knew who I was and said, what's the thing? I see you, reduce this now again. Why is it sticking around? So I told him, in a nutshell, it's a great house. I'm going to sell it. As a matter of fact, by the time this video airs, I bet you've already sold this house. I'm getting close now at this new reduced price. But here's what is holding this house back that I explained to him. 3 big things here. The first one, this is a 55 plus community. So the buyer on this home, buyers or the occupants of this home have to be 55 years of age or older. Now, if you're 53, I'm sure they'll let it go. Shouldn't be a problem. But you cannot have kids in this complex. You couldn't buy it and you're 55 years old and then 2 years later have a child. It's against the bylaws. So 55 plus, that is far and away, I told these guys, the biggest hindrance to this. If this house did not have that 55 age restriction on it, I would have sold this at my initial list price within the first week. I would have done holdbacks and I would have had multiple offers on this, because at $875,000, which was my initial list for a detached home, I mean, I had so many phone calls, which I always get, even though it states in the contract, it's a 55 plus community. From realtors who had young buyers moving up from a condo, this would have been the next step up. 1,100 some odd square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath with a nice side yard, a nice patio, very little maintenance fee. It's $100 a month. You're getting a detached house here. But of course, the 55 plus is a huge hindrance. Now, nothing wrong with 55 plus. I've sold lots of these type of homes before, and I get it. I know why some people are attracted to the 55 plus, because they don't want kids playing in the street and the noise and everything else that goes along with it. So I get it. I mean, gee, I've been noticing, I just got back from Costa Rica, a beautiful resort down there, and I'm noticing this a trend as well. This resort had several pools. One of them is an adult-only pool. And I get it. That's where I usually go when I want to go to the pool. I usually go to the adults-only pool because it's nice and quiet, and I don't have some kid firing a beach ball at my head. So I get it, having the 55 plus. But of course, it definitely, on a nice little rancher in this price category, detached, a big percentage of the potential buyers for this who would love to buy it would be a young couple with one child or another one on the way, or expecting a child moving from a 2-bedroom condo with a $600 maintenance fee, getting their first detached home. Second thing that I told him was holding it back, as he could see, the house was in pretty rough condition. 36 years old, needs a full and complete reno. I don't know, being an as-is, where-is sale, the appliances I don't think work, the dishwasher doesn't work. So it's not in great shape. So someone is going to have to spend $100,000, $150,000 or more to get this home inhabitable that they'd want to live in. And a lot of people just don't have that spare 100 or 150K on the sidelines, plus 6 months or 7 months of renovation work. That whittles it down again. Final thing is the new BC speculation or flipping tax. In the past, a lot of these homes I would sell to renovators. These guys would buy these, put 150K into them, which would be half because they would do the work themselves, put it back on the market at $999 or $1,025,000 and sell it. And then the new buyer could pad it into his mortgage. So those are the things that are kind of holding it back. And it's not just this. I get 3 or 4 of these every year. I mean, the government here did remove the 19 plus restriction, which was good. I used to talk about the 3 strikes: age restriction, no rentals, and no pets. Those would also be a much tougher sell than if they didn't have that age restriction, allowed rentals, and allowed pets. Now the government has gotten rid of the 19 plus age restriction, which was good for me. They got rid of the rental restriction, which was also good for me. Some complexes, of course, I sell still that have no pets, which can whittle down a few more of the potential buyers. So, I'm going to end up selling this house, but those kind of things whittle down your potential buyer pool. The 55 plus one being a big one, and needing a full reno, meaning another big one. There's still lots of buyers out there that are going to take this home on. I'm expecting, again, I'll have this sold pretty quick, but I had to tell the guy, those are kind of the reasons why it's taking me a little longer to sell. I'm Owen Bigland. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.